Hello boys and girls, and welcome to episode 2 of the Rugby League Team Manager 2015/2016 career mode with the Canterbury-Bankstown Bulldogs. Now, basically we're just going to go over the preseason for this video. Now, obviously no face cam, as you can tell by the screen, and that's due to the fact that the face cam is only there if I need something to react to, you know, and there's nothing to react to. No games are being played this episode, so yeah, there's nothing really that I'm going to get excited about or go off about or anything like that. So I thought I'd just keep it nice and chilled for this video. In fact, this is what I remember liking about doing this series when I did the Raiders one. I went back there in terms of viewers and that sort of stuff. It wasn't the greatest, but at the end of the day, I had fun with it. It was a nice little change of things that I normally would do for my channel, like especially these days. Like before I do post comms, now I do the live comms and that sort of stuff, and it just gets too much sometimes. Always having to be up for it. Anyways, enough of that. Let's have a look at the actual side that I've ended up with. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to look at the ins and outs that I've made. Some pretty big ins and outs, if I can figure out how to do it. Whew, you might remember from the first episode, I talked about Tony Williams saying I'll be trying to get rid of him. Well. Did I? Maybe I did. Bids made? No. Accepted, received? I don't know. Bids accepted. Swear I offer Curtis Rona a contract. I'm going to have to offer him another one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the boy Curtis is staying. Accepted a contract extension. So that's good. That's what we want to see. I don't know how to see it. Well, anyways, you know what? I'll go for it manually. So if we go back into job offers and actually messages and reports, that's what I want. So you can see there, Tony Williams, bought by Huddersfield Giants. Huddersfield Giants, how do you feel? You have no idea what you got yourself into. And actually, he's actually a prop on this game, which is pretty funny. I've never seen him play prop in his life. Jared McNally, also at Huddersfield Giants. I sold everybody to the Super League. Dane Chisholm to Leeds Rhinos. Garvey ended up getting rid of him. London Broncos, that's 4 English teams. So England are rating the shit Bulldogs players. In terms of who I brought in though, just got to bear with me. These ratings are quite very, very strange. And I said the numbers at the moment, you have to change the numbers yourself. I haven't done so at the moment. But I do have a set sort of team, current formation. Let's have a look at this first. You probably already did see the ratings earlier, but so here at fullback, I'm going to be having Will Hopewadi. On the wings, Brett Morris is one. Sam Perrott, I've got him there. But, I mean, he's not even, the game recommended me to play Chase Stanley on the wing. Sam Perrott, not very good, but I thought I'd give Sammy Perrott a go. I love him in real life, so we'll keep him in there. Centers, Josh Morris and Curtis Rona. Obviously, you saw I just re-signed Curtis Rona. The halves, Josh Reynolds and Moses Mbai, which on the game, very, very good by the looks of things. Then we move on to the forward pack. It's actually a very strong forward pack. Start off with the props, Tolman and Graham. Graham's one of the best props on the game. You got Michael Leacher, who's actually a gun hooker on this game for some reason. And then we got second rowers, Josh Jackson, an absolute beast. Tommy Simons, I brought in Tom Simons. Bit of a weird one, you'd think. Probably he's not really the biggest, most high-profile person to bring in, but I needed to get a second rower in, considering Tony Williams wasn't even a second rower. And I could have played players out of positions and that sort of stuff, but I thought Tom Simons, he was pretty high rated for a second rower, and you know, he's didn't really want that much money, and had to pay a little bit of a fee to Manly, but we got him released. And I thought it kind of could have been a realistic signing. Obviously, he's gone to the Super League in real life, but I mean, if Bulldogs had wanted him, probably could have got him. You know what I'm saying? Locke, Greg Eastwood, another beast in the bench. At the moment, I've got Clemmer and Casiano as the 2 props. And then I've brought in Paul Carter as well, which might seem like a bit of a weird one. I've actually brought him in on loan, which I don't think you can do in real life. But on this game, you can bring players in on loan. So I've brought him in on loan just due to the fact that he can play hooker and second row. So he can cover a few different positions should Leacher go down with an injury. So that was basically my thought process there. And Pat O'Hanlon as well was one of the best out of the sort of remaining players. Could have went with, I don't know, Sean Lane. Sean Lane's still at the club. For Taylor Mariner isn't there. That player swap didn't happen on this game. Also, Adam Elliott's there. Had him put in, but then I remembered O'Hanlon was there. Let's take a look at the ratings, though. You can see here. We look at our highest rated player is Josh Reynolds, which you can argue, okay, it's a guarantee. That's not an accurate rating right there. Greg Eastwood, an international caliber lock, which is very, very good for us. 91 rated. which is very, very good for us there. Wuhopawadi, like that's 3 players already who are overrated by the game, but I'll take that. Looking at our roster, like I should actually be, like if I don't win the premiership, I should at least get to like the grand final or something. Actual squad in this game is unreal. But yeah, CJ Moss 85, Moses Mbai, the funniest thing, 84. However, I actually did go through the staff, and I went and got a whole bunch of new staff because we had some 1-star halves and that sort of stuff. And I'm pretty sure Mbai actually started off as a 78. Josh Reynolds I think was like an 84 or something. So a lot of these guys have actually progressed a lot in the preseason, which is quite nice. Leacher, he actually spent a little bit of time injured. He was like up 90 or 88 or something like that. He's gone down a little bit due to injury, and you'll find that will happen throughout the game. Brett Morris, international caliber, one of our better players. If you can't tell already, the caliber thing kind of indicates how good they actually are. Brett Morris, Josh Jackson, both international caliber. See, Josh Jackson, it's not like, say you can see Josh Reynolds, he's a 92 rated. That doesn't necessarily mean he's a better player than Josh Jackson, who's a 75. It's just because he's a half, he has more stats and that sort of stuff. But yeah, Josh Jackson, in terms of second rowers, he's like one of the highest. So that's very, very good. James Graham there, world class. Our only world class player in our squad. And I think that's pretty fitting. See, 71 rated. So it doesn't look that great, but as you can tell, world class. Tom Simons, 68 rated. Like that's pretty good. Josh Jackson's a 75 in international caliber. Tommy Simons 68, so that's not too shabby. We have David Clemmer on the bench there, 67. Fa'amanu Brown, I brought him in as a sort of rotation player, not a rotation player, but as cover for the halves, because I've got cover for hooker and that sort of stuff. And also he had cheap wages, or a cheap salary is what he wanted, and he was transfer listed, so I thought let's bring the big boy in, or the little boy in actually. Pat O'Hanlon, 64 rated. Paul Carter, 62 rated, not the best. But, I mean, in terms of his positions, not too bad. And like I said, he's just there as a person who can play a few different positions. Brad Abbey, I saw people in the comment section saying, play Brad Abbey. Now, I think he'd be the first, like, if there's an injury, might be able to bring him in. I think he's definitely second choice in terms of fullback and 5'8". But we'll have to see if we give him a run throughout the year. Cameron King is a player who I bought in just due to the fact that... what's his name? Craig Garvey. He had super high salary for someone who was like the same rating as Cameron King is now, and was only going to be a second rate. Like you do have to deal with a salary cap in this game. So I was trying to balance the books there. Aiden Tolman, 58. He'll be starting for us. But yeah, I expect to see David Clemmer maybe start in the future. Curtis Rona, only 54 rated, but he is the second best centre we have in the side. And you'll find the backs are usually pretty low rated, like Brett Morris and Josh Morris and that sort of stuff. They're not the usual thing. See Chase Stanley here, he's another one who could get a run. Kerrod Holland as well, 52. Remy Smith has moved up to a 50, started in the 40, so that's pretty good stuff. Maybe Remy Smith can get a go, he's only 18. So he is quite young, maybe on the wing. Sam Perrott, 48. That's quite disappointing, but we'll see how he goes. Adam Elliott there, probably the first drop in terms of an injury to the forwards. He'll come straight in. Sean Lane's another one. See, big Sam Casiano, only 34 rated. That is ridiculous. It just shows you how weird these ratings are. It gets even weirder as well. Tim Brown, 30. Lloyd Perrott there. Obviously, he's left the Bulldogs in real life. This is the funny one. Tyrone Phillips, prop or second row. He actually plays wing or fullback in real life, but on the game, a prop or a second rower. I think that's bloody hilarious. Very, very funny. Anyways, I think is there anything else I need to show you? I suppose I'll show you actually how did I go in the actual preseason itself, if I can find it. Fixtures and results. There you go. So I think I only played one game. That was the Gold Coast Titans one, and I did it for like 2 seconds just to see what it looked like, and I couldn't get the 3D match engine for some reason. It was really strange. But yeah, the Dragons, a win against them, lost to the Panthers, a win against the Titans, a win against the Knights. And you see here, this loss to the Panthers, I actually fielded like no main players really, except for like Moses Mbai. I think that was it really, because I didn't want any injuries firstly. And this Oceania Challenge Cup, it's so stupid. I don't know why it's in the game, but it is. So just gonna have to deal with that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I've got to discuss at the moment. I've got nobody off contract that I want to keep anyways. In terms of tactics, you can see there James Graham will be the captain, and then all this, if there's a fight, break it up. Don't want anybody getting sim bin. This is actually pretty important. I was watching back my Raiders ones, and I noticed Josh Hodgson created a lot of havoc. I'm pretty sure I had him as an opportunist, so hopefully Leach is actually rated better than Josh Hodgson was when I used him. And yeah, hopefully Leach can cause a bit of havoc there. And Bly with the playmaker, Josh Reynolds is attacking. I think we're going to be sweet. We're going to be so sweet for this season. Our team is sick. So yeah, I've just got to go and fix all the numbers, and then I should be ready to get on to our first game, which is against... Who do we take on? We take on the Manly Warringah Seagulls, around Brookvale Oval. I'm actually looking forward to this one, to be honest. View the fixture. No one's been picked yet. Who is in the Manly team? Can we look at that? I know we stole Tommy Simons off him, so that should be a good one. You can see there the team doesn't look that good, not good at all. We should be able to wipe the floor with them. And that's what I'll be expecting to do with the rest of the league as well. Anyway, guys, we'll keep this one nice and short. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Mrluke YT. My Instagram is just, it's lit. You better go and follow it. And follow me on Twitter as well. My Twitter's lit too. My Facebook page, it's also lit as well. Just give that one a like. It's in the description below. And I'll see you for my next video. Bye, guys.